Today we're going to be reading an idiom tale, and the idioms in this book are going to be all sayings about feelings. The title of this book is Over the Moon by Justin McCory Martin and illustrated by Kelly Kennedy. Let's see who this is. It's Matt McKay. Let's see how he's feeling today. When Matt wakes up, the weather looks bleak. He's under the weather. It's been a tough week. Then Matt remembers it's Saturday. Yay! He's over the moon. He's got all day to play. So much to do. Matt feels lots of stress. He has ants in his pants as he hurries to dress. Matt eats a big breakfast, eggs, taters, and ham. He's on cloud 9, past the biscuits and jam. Matt plops on the couch to watch Dinky Ditches. The cartoon's so funny, it has him in stitches. Matt gets bent out of shape when he looks at his bike. Both tires are flat, it's as low as a trike. Next, Matt shoots some hoops, he dribbles and jumps, but when the ball gets stuck, he's down in the dumps. Hey buddy, says Steve, let's go to the rink. Skating's the best, so Matt's tickled pink. At the rink, a girl is zooming so fast, Matt's green with envy as she speeds past. After that, it's time for swimming in sun. Matt's pleased as punch. Wow, this is fun. Then Matt does a bit of shopping with Sue. The mall makes him joyful, but dog-tired too. When it's finally bedtime, what does Matt say? I'm happy as a clam. It's been quite a day. All right, so now that we've read through the story one time, hopefully you are paying attention to some idioms that you heard in there. And just like we always do with these books, we're going to go back through now and we're going to read the learning boxes. So taking a look at the first learning box, idioms are well-known phrases that mean something different from what the words actually say. Idioms use lively and colorful language to conjure up images in the reader's mind. For that reason, they are remembered and often passed down from generation to generation. Seeing red and weak in the knees are two popular emotion idioms. Read on to learn about 12 more. So in this one, we had under the weather. Under the weather means you are not feeling well. In the old days, a lot of people traveled by boat. When the weather was bad, some became seasick and were sent below deck to recover. Thus, they were said to be under the weather. The next one is over the moon, the title of our book. Over the moon is an idiom that means overjoyed. It comes from the 16th century nursery rhyme, Hey Diddle Diddle, in which a joyful cow jumps over the moon. So you may have heard that one before. Our next one, ants in his pants. Ants in your pants is an idiom used to express extreme restlessness. If you had ants crawling up and down your legs, wouldn't you be able to, or would you be able to stand still? No way. On cloud 9, and we learned about this one actually in school already. On cloud 9 means blissfully happy. Similar to idioms about being happy include walking on air and on top of the world. In stitches. In stitches is an idiom used to describe something so funny that it splits your side and requires stitches. This phrase was first used by William Shakespeare in Twelfth Night, a play he wrote in 1601, so a long time ago. The next one, bent out of shape. Bent out of shape means frustrated and annoyed. Think about it. If you were literally bent out of shape, you'd be quite uncomfortable and unhappy. Down in the dumps. This means sad or depressed. This very old idiom probably originated in Germany. The next one is tickled pink, and that means delighted. Why? People tend to turn pink when they are tickled. Green with envy means very jealous. This idiom originated in America. At first, it was just used to describe people who were envious of those with more money. Paper money is green, after all. Pleased as punch is a phrase used to describe extreme pleasure. It comes from an old-time puppet show called Punch and Judy, in which a character named Punch is always very pleased with himself. But the meaning of the phrases change over time. Nowadays, no one can remember that old puppet show. When people hear pleased as punch, they think of a delicious picture of punch and how pleasing that would be. Dog tired means exhausted. Here's how it came about. Alfred the Great was King of England a long time ago. Each day, he'd ask his 2 sons to chase his pet dogs. The boy who caught the most dogs got to sit closest to King Alfred at dinner. Both boys wound up dog tired. And our last idiom is happy as a clam, and that is an idiom used to describe great contentment. This phrase actually comes from a longer phrase, happy as a clam at high tide. Why are clams so happy at high tide? Because they are underwater and there are no predators to gobble them up. All right, so hopefully you guys learned some new idioms today, and I hope you enjoyed the book.